What's going on, guys? Kaiga here, and today we're going to go over a couple more PvP matches I did earlier this week. Go step by step and go over the decisions I made and decisions my opponents made, and try to give you an idea what the higher level of Dimension Duel looks like. Uh, let's start over here. First match is against Reman. He was in the last one. We get matched up fairly often. At this point, he has 75% dodge rate. I have 24% accuracy. So we don't know the math for certain, but it seems like 124 minus 75. I have roughly 50-50 to hit him, right? They haven't given us the numbers. That's just what we assume based off of what we've seen so far. But he came in at me. He already had his shield up. This is right after it was a little clip, so you can only do like a minute and a half. It got a little mixed up, and only thing you missed was he did the shield, and then we walked around dodging each other for a second. Right here, I hooked into him to try to get the initiative. It's a 600% damage hit. He dodged out of it, and then went to hit me. And the hook has a long animation. It's a skill I was testing at the time. I had to tumble out of his next hit, so now we're both down to 2 dodges. I'm chasing him down. I go for the Widows. 3 shots, 1 hit because of his dodge rate, to be expected. I ulted because I thought he would come in at me. He did not. He kept running, so it kind of wasted my vanish, which was a good play on his part. You'll see I use the dash to try to catch up to him. I'm spam clicking Trained Assassin, hoping I'm close enough to get a hit in during the 6-second window. As you can see up here at the top, the left one is vanish. I'm invisible. The right one is the auto crit, and both of them are 6-second a 6-second cooldown after I click the button. He already tumbled past me. He used a dodge, so after our last engage, we both gained a dodge since then. So I'm at 3. He's at 3. He used 1. Now he's at 2. I'm at 3. This is something that I keep track of. You don't have to. It doesn't usually matter, but in some of these stickier, closer matches, that can really be the difference. If you go in on one of their animations and they don't have a dodge to get out of it. I went in with the Trained Assassin. You see it says Sharp Mind, and then above it has the P with an up arrow. That's an active I'm using. When I use a close combat ability, which Trained Assassin is, for the next 10 seconds on a 15-second cooldown, I do 20% bonus PvP damage. So I open with Trained Assassin whenever possible. He tumbled away, so I went for the hook. It brought me in. He used his shield thing to block it, and he tried to do some reflect damage. He did the spin, and you saw me backflip out of it when I go to throw the grenade. As you can see, the 13-second cooldown right now. I tossed the grenade. It pulled me out of range of the whirlwind effect. Hit him with the sticky, and you saw 4 out of the 6 hits from the sticky grenade because it does the initial hit, and each second it does another dodge check, and 4 of the 6 checks he dodged. You can see it's taken me a while to eat at his HP because of all the dodge. Dodge might be stronger than his defense could have been at the time. Chasing him down, you saw me use the dash. You always want to be using this. Don't ignore it. It really helps you close the gap to your opponent a lot quicker. Captain America's is a little bit better because it lasts longer. Widow can double jump, hit jump twice to go up in the air. Captain America just gets speed. So on the click of the sprint, he looks like he's leaving after image. If you do that and then jump, he goes up like a triple jump. All right, he did the defense up. I immediately walk away from him. I am waiting out the timer. I dashed through him because he had me in a corner. I see that sprinkling, so then I go in, sharp mind, straight into, blew him away. So you'll see I did the trained assassin 4 hits to get the PvP damage, and I spun right into the Widow's Bite because now I have the PvP damage. And that 4th hit blew him away. And let's go on to the next one. This is against Henshin Baka, one of the other top Widows currently. He usually goes with the build that I posted a couple days ago at Halfsin's channel. Halfsin with a 5 instead of an S gaming. Deep dive on all the Widow's abilities and why I picked them. Henshin was using that at the time, and I was using the same build at the time. He's only a little bit below me as far as power, so this is a pretty even matchup. Let's see what happens. We go at each other. I opened Trained Assassin. He went for a hook shot, so he could... what happens if Trained Assassin goes at you and you don't see your opponent, it won't go at the opponent again. So he was trying to get out of line of vision so that I don't get to jump on him with Trained Assassin again. But as you see across the name across the board, Sharp Mind, that's the PvP damage bonus, because I did use Trained Assassin. I go straight into Widow's Bite. I tumbled his Widow's Bite. So, as you can see, he went right under half HP because he ate my full Widow's Bite. And I took, like, the first shot and then tumbled the other 3. Really using the dodge mechanic and knowing the animation, I knew the proper time to dodge the animation so I take less damage. I threw the net for cooldown, went straight into the blind. He went to throw an ability at me, so I threw Blind Grenade to do damage, as well as make him... the blind condition you'll see at the top right here, the eye with the slash through it is blind. For the next 3 seconds, all skills miss, including basic attacks. So if I see a skill in the air, throw blind at them, and I can keep on them while ignoring their damage for 3 seconds. But you also see the blue symbol next to that, showing that he is also invulnerable during those 3 seconds, so it kind of balances itself out. I also threw the sticky at him because sticky lasts for 6 seconds, where the invulnerability is 3 seconds. And I have the active. When I throw an espionage device, which sticky grenade is, I reduce my cooldowns by 2 seconds. As you can see, Widow's Bite is at 2 seconds now. It's almost up. I threw the net, meaning my cooldowns are now up. I threw sticky at him just because he has to deal with it. And now you can see me, the big green circle on the side is me activating Vanish because he's going into an ability. I'm using it to dodge out of the way. I did. So your next hit is an automatic crit. If he sees me doing the tumble for Widow's Bite, he's going to dodge out the way. The fastest burst damage for Widow is Vanish Basic Attack, because it's 48% bonus damage and auto crit, and you can't react to a basic attack because the time that I appear on the map for you is the time I'm hitting you. So during earlier bouts, you use Trained Assassin, you use Trap Deluge, you use Sticky Grenade, all these other abilities to try to whittle your opponent whittle your opponent down. But when you know they're in death range, next hit kills, Vanish Auto is one of the hardest things to react to in the game, in my opinion. On to the last one. This one is against another Captain America, Aetrox, the first person to hit 1 million power. This was a long, scrappy fight, so I don't have all of it. We were just trading cooldowns back and forth. As you can see, we're jumping into this at about even, right? I am a little down on HP because he got me with the Whirlwind ability. I took a chunk. As you can see, I saved 2 of my dodges. And Widow's Wire, the net, is on cooldown. I hit him with the snare. I ran away. Right now we're in a position where you can see the green right there is... he's leaking poison. I hit him with a poison grenade recently. And he took 1 tick of poison. Aetrox is slightly different than Reman. Reman went for 75% dodge. Aetrox just said, I don't want to take any damage from you. So he's more PvP damage decrease. He also has a lot of defense, and I believe he has the active turn defense into attack. How it's worded, it sounds like you lose that defense to gain that attack. It just gives you 20% of your defense as attack without losing any of it. But let's get into this. I'm sorry, I'm working on a way to try to grab the entire long matches, but this is what we got right now. You see, he just went for this big uppercut hit that will defense down me, make me take more damage. I tumbled out of it. He also just hit him with the Widow's Bite. He hit me with the ranged skill, where he throws the shield, hits me for a truckload. So I took a good margin of damage. He took my full Widow's Bite. I closed the gap in damage very slightly. This is a war of attrition. We're getting closer and closer because each hit he hits me is for a lot, but I hit him for slightly more because of crit and things like that. So careful play is really eking this out currently. I went Vanish. I vanished, and then I attempted to click Trained Assassin, but I fat-fingered Grenade as you see me launching it at him. That was not on purpose, but it didn't hurt me. It's still a crit, and it's not proven, but I believe that poison bypasses defense, which would be good against Aetrox specifically. I go straight into the... He went to do an animation to hit me, and then I trained Assassined, so I would stop the frame, and so much of he was going to go after my character, and now I'm behind him, so he can't go after me anymore. 2, 4... I did the net, but he had already dashed away, and right now he put the shield on his back, meaning he's going into the dash. He's waiting for his cooldowns. I throw a grenade. I chase after him. He did his shield. You see, it's different than Reman's. Reman's just gives him an overshield on his HP, about 20%, which with his dodge chance equates to more than defense ever can. Aetrox's thing is because he spec'd more into PvP damage decrease and defense. He did a defense buff instead of an overshield, which it's debatable which one could be better. He's testing at this time the defense up. I go straight into him. He hit me for a bit right there. I took, 3 or 4% from that hit, and then I just chunked him. I got one of those 3 hits that hit him, because you can see dodge right there for the last hit. One of the 3 that connected was a crit, brought him slightly under me. So now this war of attrition is going in my favor. The poisons are stacking. The stickies Sorry, not the sticky. Both of my poisons are stacking up on him, right? I am whittling him down over time. Go straight into the Widow's Bite, and he got blown away at the end. The hit he hit me for would have brought me a lot closer to dead. That's why I tumbled out of the way. I was unsure if the Widow's Bite was going to kill him, and I kept having that war of attrition mentality going on. But that's it for the games I have right now, guys. You can see these live at twitch.tv/Kiger, Kigerr. I just hit affiliate. I'm working towards partner. I like to bring you guys more content. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see. Right now, I'm talking with other people to do other builds. I'm working with Crucible, an Alliance member, to have a different Widow's build for you that leans more heavily into the Hydra stuff and bleeds and damage over time. And tell me if that sounds good to you guys. Peace.